Hi, this is Barrett Boone. I am here at the Centurion 1 Miami Summit, and I am joined by Thomas Larsen, who is the chairman and CEO of Eloro Resources. Thomas, thank you very much for taking some time out to meet with us today.
Barrett, thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So for viewers at home, maybe you could go into a little bit of the story that you've been telling today here at the conference. What does Eloro Resources do? What does the asset look like? And how far along are you?
So this could go on for 2 hours. We'll keep it down to basically our profile. We're that of an exploration development company, publicly traded. ELO's the symbol on the TSX, the Senior Board of Toronto, and also on the OTCQX. Our main focus is that of the Iska Iska silver-tin-lead-zinc, deemed a polymetallic, silver dominant deposit in the southern area of Bolivia, in the department just south of Potosí, high up in the Altiplano on the old volcanic belt along what they call the tin porphyry system.
How interesting. How interesting. So this was a volcanic deposit that was probably formed hundreds of millions of years ago. Maybe now we could take a step back and just what trends are you seeing in the precious metal space, especially with junior silver miners? What's working for you? What's not working for others?
I think seriously, just the sudden awareness from the general public about silver, especially in silver's role. Tin's a more of a sort of a quieter market, limited market, 300,000 tons of tin annually produced worldwide, very little in the Western Hemisphere. Silver is a much bigger commodity. I mean, over 1 billion ounces of silver produced annually. Actually consumed annually. 600 million ounces usually produced annually. Prices have almost tripled, back down at $75 US. But silver trended for many years between $15 and $20. So there's a major awareness in regard to the silver and the silver deficits that are becoming very, very apparent. So silver also has a strong hedge to that of gold. There's always has been a historic ratio, 60-1 usually. And silver has been trading up to 70, 80-1. That means 70 ounces, 80 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. So as long as gold is moving up, regardless of the silver market, silver tends to follow.
That's what we've seen on our end as well, working with a few juniors and producers in the space. I suppose maybe we could wrap it all up. Tell us how your experience at the Centurion conference has been, and then what key takeaways do you want investors here and watching at home to take away about Eloro?
Yeah, I think, Key and his team have done a great job. Key and his team with us. I was at the NASA show back in November. He's brought a lot of awareness, especially to emerging growth type resource companies. We have a sister company, junior company called Carche Silver, and Kia and team were very, very instrumental in allowing some financing to go forward with us. He's got a strong network, and I think they're just a very, very responsible group. And so I'm very pleased to be here.
I would tend to agree. So just circling back to that value proposition question, maybe in 30 seconds, could you summarize why the Eloro story is so exciting today?
Well, we've outlined close to 80 million ounces. Well, think about that, 80 million ounces of silver, average grade 40 gram, which is almost an ounce and a half in what they deem an indicated category. In other words, mineable, in our case, open pit. We have to move into a 25-meter spacing to take it to a feasibility study. So that's over 100 million ounces of silver in the upper part of this volcanic, really the caldera, the center of this volcano, which is up to around 3,800 meters. The basic ground level of the center of the caldera is around 3,000 meters. And that's where you're going to see a fairly large open pit operation in time.
I understand. I think the feasibility study and all the related studies would be major catalyst points for the stock. Thank you very much for taking the time to meet with us today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.